Have you ever wondered what the first ever Pokemon promo card was? Well, it's time for us to find out. Hello there and welcome on in, all you good beautiful beings who are having a great and the amazing week. Like always, I am 16-Bit Ferret, and in this episode we're going to do a bit of a dive into what the first ever Pokemon promo card was and how it was distributed. For that, we're going to need to go way back, all the way back to Japan of October 15th, 1996. On this day, CoroCoro Comics released their monthly comic, and for this there was two versions of this comic. You had the standard version that you can see right here, which has all the different comic things on right here, and you also can see there's a little bit of a Mew thing on the bottom of it too, to let you know what the Pokemon section had in the comic. Now, if I was a kid getting this, I'd be really excited to see this. I'd be excited to get this. And yeah, I mean, anyone will be, right? So with all this in mind, get ready for what the other version is. Are you ready for it? Here it is in all its glory. This, my friend, was only given out to mailed subscriptions of the comic. Not only did it contain the first ever Pokemon promo cards, no, this is also the only way that you could get a copy of Pokemon Blue via a mail order system. What made this so special is that Pokemon Blue is the version of the Pokemon games that we know in the United States, because this one had the updated versions of the sprites, along with a few minor improvements, you know, if you can believe that or not. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. So, back to what the promos were. So, what was the first promo? Would you believe me if I told you it was an Ivy Pikachu? Because, well, that would be absolutely correct. And will you be surprised if I told you that there was another card that was given away for the first ever Pokemon promo? Because there was, and that would be the singing Jigglypuff we have right here. Now, there are two things I want to say about these promos that really make them stand out compared to everything else. The first thing is that they have a glossy layer onto them, making them very easy to spot. Now with the Ivy Pikachu, however, this one is a really special and unique card, because the Ivy Pikachu has been printed again and again and again and again, and even so in the Japanese CoroCoro comics. So how can you tell if you have one that is the original first Pokemon promo? Well, you gotta look down at the illustrator of the name. So in the first printing of the first ever Pokemon Ivy Pikachu promo, the artist says the name is Ken Shigemori, which Ken Shigemori was not the actual artist for the Ivy Pikachu promo. I bring this up because, for a few good reasons, because like I said before, the Ivy Pikachu had 4 different printings in the CoroCoro comics. And both Ivy Pikachu and Singing Jigglypuff were also printed later on in the How to Play Pokemon Cards release of the CoroCoro comics. The real crazy thing with all this is that the October 15th CoroCoro promos were not only the first promo cards ever released, they're also the first ever official Pokemon TCG cards of the trading card game that we both know and love. The Pokemon base set in Japan was actually released on October 20th of that year. I know it's only a 5-day difference, but it's a super cool little fact to know that these were actually the legitimate cards to ever be printed for the Pokemon trading card game that we all know and love. And one more thing I do want to bring up from my research that I've been doing, I found out that the Japanese Pokemon TCG was all handled by a company called Media Factory, and they handled the Pokemon TCG for Japan from the release all the way to 2006, which I thought was a pretty awesome little bit of information. But folks, that's actually going to conclude this week's episode. Did you like it? If you did, please do let me know. Are there any promos that you're interested in finding out about? Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to do a deep dive and figure out some more stuff about these awesome promos of the world of Pokemon and collecting. Anyways, like always, I'm 16-Bit Ferret, and I hope you have a Duke day.